You know, there's something about a hat in time that I connect with, but I don't know what. Okay, fine, you got me. This is the exact same opening gag that we did last week for Super Mario Odyssey. But in my defense, who knew that another hat-collecting platformer was going to be coming out this soon? You try writing a new intro joke for that. Here's our review of A Hat in Time. A Hat in Time is a Kickstarter game from Gears for Breakfast that has been out on the PC for a month, but just this week came out on PlayStation and Xbox, and if you're a fan of 3D platformers like Banjo-Kazooie or Super Mario 64, this is a must-buy. You play as Hat Kid, an alien who powers her ship with hourglasses that control time, and when her power source blows out the door, it scatters across 4 other planets, and she has to travel around them and gather them back up. And along the way, she'll meet a wide variety of characters and go on several different missions, and listen, it's a platformer. You guys know what this is. The question is, what makes it different from all the other platformers out there? What makes this special? What makes it worth your dime? And the answer is, this is one of the most charming, upbeat, and just flat-out adorable games I've played all year. I mentioned this when I talked about Super Mario Odyssey last week, but you can't teach charm. You can't rip charm off. You just have to understand it, and this game understands it. The characters themselves feel so lovable, it's almost like they were created in a lab with the perfect formula for making likable video game characters. Whether it be Hat Kid herself, who is just a ball of energy and attitude and actually has a button that lets her blow kisses as part of the game, the Disco Penguin DJ Grooves and Train Conducting Al, who are in a rivalry to see who can make a better movie, or the Soul-Stealing Ghost, who sounds like a cross between the devil and Beetlejuice. Every character in here is just fun. Also, you'll probably notice from those descriptions, this game has a lot of variety to it. Not just in its characters and its worlds, but also in its tones. The majority of this game is a comedy, with some really witty dialogue that actually made me laugh out loud several times. Heck, the Mafia world, where everyone is a villainous criminal who refers to themselves in the third person, was so funny I went around talking to everyone I could just to hear what they had to say.
Seagull eat fish, but fish belongs to Mafia. We punch Seagull for not respecting Mafia. Seagull say, no punch, I have child. Mafia punch Seagull with child.
However, when you go to the movie studio world, you'll find yourself going on a murder mystery, running across an exploding train for an action sequence, leading a marching band, or just sneaking around and avoiding security. Then in the mountain stage, the game suddenly becomes a free-roaming exploration game without any real quest to go on, and when you go to the haunted forest, it actually becomes legitimately creepy and morbid. Seriously, the tone shift when you go to the haunted house is so great, I actually wondered if this was going to pull off some crazy third act twist where, psych, you're actually playing the new Silent Hill game. And the art style is what really makes all this come to life. Yes, everything is fun and upbeat and cute, but the spooky forest actually feels supernatural and creepy. The mountains actually feel peaceful and serene. The murder mystery actually feels like an old-timey detective film. It's incredible to me how well they captured so many tones. And a lot of that comes from the amazing title cards that they made for each level. I would seriously buy an art book for this game because I would love to just look at these all day. Now, as for the actual gameplay itself, like I said, each level has a wide variety of jobs to carry out, and that's another big selling point of this game. Each level really feels different. However, you're still going to use the same skills to get through each of them: jumping, diving, and attacking with your umbrella. You also have a double jump and a wall run ability that makes exploring each level fun and easy, as well as perfectly capturing the feel of those old 3D platformers. Remember when you used to play those games and you'd use your jumps and bounces to basically glitch your way up to another platform that you weren't meant to make it to yet? This game feels like they tried to actually turn that into a game mechanic, as I kept using that wall run to make my way up to levels I felt like I shouldn't be at yet, but in reality, that's exactly what the game wanted you to do. And throughout the game, you will get yarn that you can use to knit yourself new hats, each with different abilities that can help you make it through different levels or discover secrets on ones you've already completed. There's an ice hat that freezes you and lets you bounce across platforms, a sprinting hat that lets you run faster, a hat that lets you slow down time, a mask that lets you see invisible objects. Each of these help you get through certain levels and collect hidden items, and there's a lot to collect. You can get relics that you have to assemble together that will then open up new bonus levels, and there's coins that you can feed into a prize machine which will let you randomly get a new song, a new color, or a new design for one of your hats. Now, all these prizes are cosmetic, but honestly, I love when games give you cosmetic prizes. I kept going back to this prize machine looking for something new, and honestly, if I had to give this any negative points, it would just be that I don't know if it's possible to get enough coins to get all the prizes in one playthrough, but still, whenever I saw a rare prize pop up, I couldn't wait to slap it on Hat Kid. But if you want some prizes that will actually affect the gameplay, there's a salesperson who will sell you badges that you can slap onto your hat that will affect how you play the game. It can give you a hook shot that swings you around the level, turn your umbrella into a laser gun, reduces your special power cooldown time, turn your sprinting hat into a scooter for even faster mobility. There's even badges that are just there for fun, such as the badge that makes everyone in the game talking Banjo-Kazooie style mumbles. However, while I'm talking about the gameplay, I do have to give it a few critiques here because while a lot of this game is really fun, there are some times where the gameplay actually gets frustrating. For example, running and jumping across different platforms, lots of fun, as long as those platforms aren't springy wires. Yeah, maybe it was just me, but having to land on these wires and using them to bounce to different levels would make me pull my hair out at times as I kept just barely missing them because I couldn't see it clearly enough, or the bounce that I needed to get up to the next level didn't send me as high as the bounce right before that one, and I totally missed the jump. Also, sometimes when you have to grab an item on the top of a very thin wall, you will constantly find yourself overshooting it and falling to your death. And this would be a lot easier to forgive if the camera was better. Now, I was playing this on the PC with an Xbox controller, and I know if you use a mouse, then you can see everywhere. You have full control of the camera. But with the Xbox controller, you can only spin the camera around you on a horizontal plane. You can't look up and down unless you hit a button to look up, and that's separate from the camera control button. And honestly, I don't understand why they didn't just let you control the camera fully with the camera control button. As I said, with the mouse, you can look everywhere. So why can't you just do that with the right analog stick on the controller? I mean, this is a platformer where you have to look everywhere for collectibles and to try and figure out where you have to jump to next, and not being able to look up with the same button that you use to look left and right kind of makes some of these levels a bit frustrating. However, aside from those occasional gripes with the controls, when this game works, it works. The lovable characters makes you want to keep playing through it, and after you've played through it, collecting everything adds a ton of replayability, and the level design and the art style really do need to get more applause. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but the music is amazing. I want to buy this soundtrack because it really got you excited to play this game, and it made each of the boss fights incredible. For example, the fight that you have with the soul-sucking Snatcher is one of the best boss battles I've played all year. And not just because you're going up against an invincible demon who stole your powers and is blowing up everything around you, but because the music actually captures how epic that should feel. So even though the controls could use a bit more polish, the amount of variety in this game and the love and care that went into it still gets it an 8.5. If you guys want a fun, upbeat game that's just loaded with charm and proves that you actually can make a good game through a Kickstarter campaign, then go and support A Hat in Time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you like this review, then hit that subscribe button to see more game reviews and other videos from the world of geekery, such as movie reviews and comic chat. Also, you can follow us on Twitter and Twitch at Professor Thorgi, and if you like this video, then make sure to give us a thumbs up and share this video around the web. It's the best way to help our channel grow. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Come back next time.